What does sacrifice mean to you?
That's a deep question. I think sacrifice to me really means putting other people's needs before your own and not being afraid to, I want to use the word suffer, but not being afraid to put your needs less than someone else's and doing something that's for the good of the group.
I believe sacrifice means giving up something of your own for another person or organization.
I think sacrifice to me is just being able to give up your time or yourself or whatever for the common good or for the good of like a group or something.
It means giving up something that you want to do for something that you need to do. Focusing more on what's important rather than just having fun sometimes.
Sacrifice in a nutshell pretty much means that you're giving up something for a greater cause and in the end benefiting more people than yourself.
How do you show sacrifice?
I show sacrifice by sacrificing my time for the music department in multiple ways. I stay after school to help with things. I plan a lot of events and do a lot of extracurricular activities with the music department.
One way I show sacrifice is with the Gold Rush, I think is one. I sacrifice, a lot of time, and I put a lot of time into it, and in the end, I'm not really gaining much out of it other than, personal growth, and I think that there's something to be said there. But in the end, I'm helping out a bunch of people get well and get better, who are sick and that are battling for their life. And so I think that's one way I show sacrifice.
I show sacrifice by taking time out of my day to make sure I'm doing my homework or not hanging out with friends because I have stuff to do, or spending time after school with band and practice and all that stuff just to make sure that I'm on time and everything, and just sometimes you got to do that.
I think it's hard to think about your own sacrifice because I think that when you sacrifice for somebody else, you're not doing it in order to get something back. I think it's kind of a selfless act that you don't really think about.
I think of my daughter when I think of sacrifice. You know me, a lot of people know me around here as being sort of a clothes horse. I love to shop. And before I had Nina, I always shopped for myself. And I thought, no way would I ever sacrifice that for anybody. And now I have her. And I have literally made decisions sometimes that have allowed me to spend my money on her instead of myself. That may sound like something I should do because I'm a mom, but it really feels good when I do that because I just want to provide whatever I can for my daughter. And now that I'm a mom, I really get it. I understand what sacrifice is.
I feel like I show sacrifice in how I lead the department, the music department, and that I try to give my heart and my time to the students and to the band, to the orchestra, and just lead by example.